की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा। निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव। सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके। शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। श्रीराम राम रघुनंदन राम राम। श्री राम राम भरताग्रज राम राम। श्री राम राम रणकर्कश राम राम। श्री राम राम शरणं भव राम राम। अतुलित बलधामं हेमशैलाबदेहं दनुजवन कृशानुं ज्ञानिनां मृगगम्यं। सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। My pranam to all of you. Jai Sitaram. We welcome all of you to our Tuesday evening satsang to Hanumanji Maharaj. We always start off with Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajaman Haruna Bhava Bhayadharunam, because Hanumanji, the source of his strength, is Bhagwan Sri Ram. The more we sing the Lord's name, Sri Ram's name, then he becomes more happy. When we water the root of the plant, then the fruit blossoms and the flower blossoms. Ramji Bhagwan is the root of Hanumanji's success and his happiness. So let us sing today. बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजमन हरण भव भय दारुणम। नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम। श्री राम श्री राम श्री कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नवनीर नीरज सुंदरम। पत पीत मानहु तरित रुचि सुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम। श्री राम श्री राम निकंदनम रघुनंदयानंद कंद पोषण दशरथ नंदनम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम। सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानुभुज सर चाप धर संग्राम जित कर दूषणम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम। इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजन मम हृदय कंजनिवास गुरु कामादिकल धल गंजन श्री राम 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 श्री राम। बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। संकट मोचन हनुमान अष्टकम, the chanting which helps us to remove all forms of ailments, or at least have control over them. We don't have control over what destiny has in store for us already, but what we have control over is how we manage everything that comes in our life. So let's sing and pray to Hanumanji Maharaj and give thanks to him, and ask that Bhagwan Hanumanji give you the strength and the courage to overcome all challenges in life. बाल समय रवि भक्ष लियो तब तीन लोक भयो अंधियारो ताहि सो त्रास भयो जग को
संकट कहो सुजातन तारो
देवन आनी करी बिनती तब चार दियो रवि कष्ट निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बाली की त्रास कपीस बस गिरी जात महाप्रभु पंत निहारो। चौकी महामुनि साप दियो तब चाहिए कौन विचार विचारो। कै द्विज रूप लिवाए महाप्रभु सो तुम दास के शोक निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। अंगद के संग लन गए सिय खोज कपीश ये बन उचारो। जीवत नाजो की है हम सो जो भी ना सुधी लाए यहाँ पग धारो। हेरी थके तथ सिंधु सबे तब लाई सिया सुधी प्राण उबारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। रावण त्रास गई सिए को सब राक्षसी सो कही शोक निवारो। ताही समय हनुमान महाप्रभु जाये महारज निचर मारो। चाहत सिया शोक सो आगी सो दे प्रभु मुद्रिका शोक निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बाण लाग्यो उर लक्ष्मण के तब प्राण तजे सुत रावण मारो। लय गृह वैद्य सुषेण समेत तबै गिरि द्रोण सुवीर उतारो। आनी सजीवन हाथ दई तब लक्ष्मण के तुम प्राण उबारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन
नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो।
रावण युद्ध अजान कियो तब नाग की फांस सब सिर धारो। श्री रघुनाथ समेत सब दल मोह भयो यह संकट भारो। आनी खगेश तब हनुमान जो बंधन काहि त्रास निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बंधु समेत जब अहि रावण ले रघुनाथ पाताल सिधारो। देवही पूजी भली भीरी सो भली देही सभे मिली मंत्र विचारो। जाए सहाय भयो तब ही अहि रावण सैन्य समेत सहारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन
नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो।
काज किए बर देवन के तुम वीर महाप्रभु देख विचारो। कौन सो संकट मोर गरीब को जो तुम सो नहीं जात है तारो। बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु जो कछु संकट होए हमारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन
नाम तिहारो।
ओ संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम। लाल देह लाली लसे अरुधर लाल लंगूर। वज्र देह दानो दलन जय 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 कपिसूर। पवन सुत हनुमान की, सिया भज रामचंद्र की। Now Hanuman Chalisa, opening Hanuman ji Chalisa, Bhagwan Hanuman ji। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मुहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जब हमारे पास बल है, बुद्धि है, तो when we have strength and intelligence, then all kleshas, all difficulties can be destroyed. This is what the Lord is arming us with today, Hanumanji Maharaj. Devotees want to go and take the darshan of Hanumanji while this is happening. Stand in front of him, touch his feet. Please feel free to do so. It's a very beautiful feeling. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj, Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj, निज मन मुकुर सुधार। बरनो रघुवर विमल जसु, जोदायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मुहि हरहु कलेश विकार। Everybody sing together. It is a very powerful song of Hanumanji Maharaj to bring strength and guidance. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिनु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमत निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिवे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित सुनिवे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारी,
रामचंद्र के काज सवारे।
लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कही श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहीसा। यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कही सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राज पर दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्योता ही मधुर फल जानो। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरी मुख माई, जल दिलांगी गए अचरज नाई। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत नया ज्ञाविन पैसारे। सब सुख लह तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है परसिद्धि जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे,
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंधकार रघुबर पुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए। और देवता चेतन धरे, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करे। संकट कटे बीते सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा।
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाप कर कोई, छूत ही बंदी महा सुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होई सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा। की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप सिया। भज रामचंद्र की, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिन्हु लोक उजागर। हनुमान जी ज्ञान का सागर है. He is the ocean of knowledge, compassion. Jai Kapis Ati Huloka Ujagar. Victory to you, Hanumanji, who is the master of the three worlds, past, present, and future. Ramadut Atulit Baladhama. Victory to you, Hanumanji, who is Ramadut, who is the messenger of Ramji Bhagwan. Anjani Putra Pavan Sutanama, who is a son of Anjana, and Anjani Putra Pavan Sut, the wind god as well. Hanumanji is the most revered, the most famous, I would say, among all the Hindu deities, and especially in the West Indian community, and solves a delight to sing in his name on Tuesday. This evening I'd like to give you just a little katha, and children will sing a few bhajans, so we finish at about 7:30. The Sundarkand, we always do a little bit of Sundarkand in here. And this part of Sundarkand I chose today is when Mandodari is the wife of Ravana. She is the head queen. Ravana had many queens because those times it was allowed. Those men were very powerful. They could do whatever they want. And she was the head queen. The essence of this katha is that in life, regardless of what positions we have, we may be leader of the nation, we may be leader of the world, whatever it is that we are doing, whatever powers we have, at some point in time, we need to listen to the closest people among us. And this is applicable to the most powerful, the leader of the free world, the President of the United States. He's got advisors to him. Those advisors will tell him things that he doesn't like. And we all know in leadership there is a little saying, a big saying, that when you hire people that are smarter than you so that they can do your job very well and they will help you to move. And if at all we have around us people who are always telling us the things that we like to hear or we want to hear, then that's not a good environment. It's not good leadership. It's not good to have. It's not bad to have such people around you, but the people around you must tell you things that are good for your leadership style, your goals, and it must be aligned with what you want to achieve. There's sometimes our parents are going to tell the children certain things that they may not like. Cut back on your habits, cut back on your spending, cut back on your timing that you spend with folks outside, focus more on studies, be more disciplined, keep yourself better, groom yourself nicely, dress proper, pull up your pants, wear more clothing. Now, those are things that, as a child in the Western world, it may not be nice hearing it from your parents, right? But remember, they are not there to tell you that everything you do is good and you must learn from mistakes. Because if we're only going to learn from mistakes, then we have to make a lot of mistakes. What that saying really means is if they have made a mistake, try your best in the future to not repeat it. Learn from that lesson, right? That's what it means. Now what happens here? Mandodari, remember Ravana had captured Mandodari, Mother Sita. And when he captured Mother Sita, his closest people, all of them, advised him to return her back to Ram, return her back to Ram. Who advised her? We talked about that on Vijayadashmi. Hanumanji, first one. Return her back to Ram. Ramji will forgive you, right? Then his brother Vibhishan advised him, return Mother Sita back to Ram. Then Pulastya. Then everybody, even Angad. Angad was a servant of Ram Bhagwan. Angad escaped over the walls of Lanka and came and said, return her back, But Ravan listens to no one because that is what the self does to you. When you have no mastery of the self, but you have mastery over everyone around you, then that is a recipe for destruction in our life. It's a beautiful, when Ramayan talks about leadership, this is what it is. We have to, we cannot do everything people tell us, right? Because that's not possible. Now that's another thing. Sometimes you sit in a team or a group of people, and all of you, and you will say, as a leader, I'm open to your advice, I'm open to your opinions. Now people will think that that means that you have to do, right, what they say. I'm open to your opinions. So my opinion is that we should, do this and that. If the man or the person, the leader says, I'm open to your opinions, it means that I'm open to listen to them. What happens usually is when people give their opinions and the person does not implement them or listen to them, then what happens? They get upset, they get vexed. That's not good. You must understand that other people's opinions sometimes are better than yours, or maybe yours is so good, but it is not appropriate for the moment, right? And that is why people leave leaders and they leave organizations and they leave jobs, because it is both sides. This is a situation though, when everybody was telling him, leave Sita, return her. You got to know when everybody is giving you the same advice, no matter how much of an intelligent and powerful man or woman you are, you got to rethink it a little bit, right? So what does Mandodari do here? Mandodari spoke to Ravana. रहसी जोरी कर पति पल लागी, बोली वचन नीति रस पागी, कंत करश हरि सनि पर हरहु, मोर कहा अति हित हिय धरहु. Meeting her Lord in seclusion. In the Vivah ceremony, when the girl makes her 5 demands to the husband, to the boy. The boy makes a demand. You know what he asked? The boy asked that if at all you need to correct me, or if at all you need to tell me something about me, do not do it in front of my friends, do it in seclusion. Do it in seclusion. This is one of the requests, that the girl has 7 sad vachan, and then the boy summarizes it in 5. And one of the things as my dear wife to be, if you want to, pull me up or tell me something that is good for me, don't do it in front of my friends, because it is not a good thing to do. Remember what I told you before? Men have ego, women have emotions. Please do not even doubt that. Please don't even argue that some men have ego, women have emotions. We just have to know how much we step on both of them, how much gas you put on both of them, right? Men have ego, women have emotions. Don't even argue it. That's how it is. What is Mandodari did? Mandodari, वह एकांत में हाथ जोड़कर, एकांत मीन इन seclusion, एकांत में हाथ जोड़कर पति रावण के चरणों में लगी और नीति रस में डूबे वाणी बोले कि हे प्रियतम, श्री हरि से विरोध छोड़ दीजिए, मेरे कहने को अत्यंत ही हितकर जानकर हृदय से धारण कीजिए. He says, my Lord, and she fell at the feet with joined hands, palms at the Lord, and spoke to him with wisdom, right? If you want to give advice to somebody, you don't give it in anger, you don't give it out of spite, you don't give it out of ego, you give them out of your wisdom, and you speak sweetly. Remember, all you can do is give your opinion. When you have given your opinion, you have done your part. Of course, there's more to that. If it's adopted, you have to follow through. But he says, my Lord, avoid a strife, avoid a fight with Bhagwan Ram. Take my words to your heart as a most salutary advice, my Lord. समुझत जासु दूत कही करनी सबहि गर्भ रजनी चर धरनी समुझत जासु दूती कही करनी सबहि गर्भ रजनी चर धरनी तासु नारी निज सचिव बुलाई पथ वही कंत जो चहु भलाई तब कुल कमल विपित दुखदाई सीता सीत निसा सब आई सुनहु नाथ सीता बिन दीन्हे हित न तुम्हार शंभु अज कीन्हे श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम समुझत my lord if you seek ना जिनके दूत के करनी का विचार करते राक्षसों की स्त्रियों को गर्भ गिर जाते हैं। हे प्यारे स्वामी यदि भला चाहते हैं तो अपने मंत्री को बुलाकर उसके साथ उनकी स्त्री को भेज दीजिए। My lord, if you seek your own well-being, call one of your ministers and send him back with the consort of Bhagwan Ram, Sita. The very thought that Ram, the very thought whose envoys, doings lead, the wives of demons to lose their children. You, my Lord, I beg you, Ram, and she prays Ram. Ram's arrows, my Lord, are like a swarm of serpents. Imagine you're going to praise, Mandodari is praising Ram in front of Ravana. How does a leader respond when another is being praised in front of him or her? Right? How do you do? What do you do? Right? Ram ban ahiganagarasi nisachara bhek. Ram's arrows are like a swarm of serpents, while the demon army, they are like frogs. Therefore, giving up obstinacy, devise some means of survival before the serpents, my Lord, devour it. So what happened? Ravana listened to these advisory words of Mandodari. And you know what he did? He says, Shravana suni sat ta karibani bihasa jagat vidit abhimani. मूर्ख और जगत प्रसिद्ध अभिमानी रावण कानों से उसकी बानी सुनकर खूब हंसा. When Ravan heard, the Ramayan described him as foolish and ignorant and egoistic. Tulsidas Ji says, when this foolish, ignorant, egoistic Ravan heard the words of Mandodari, what happened to him? He says, Sriyo ka swabhav sachmuch hi bahut darpok hota hai. He says, Mandodari, women are known to be timid. Women are known to be timid. That's what he's saying. And मंगल में भी करता हूं कि तुम्हारा मन हृदय बहुत ही कच्चा कमजोर है. And it is truly said, she entertains fear even on an auspicious occasion, for her mind is very weak. Ravana is telling Mandodari that women usually their mind is very weak, and that you are entertaining weakness at this moment. That if the monkey army comes, the demons would feast on them. The demons would feast on them. And you know what he did? He insulted his wife. Right. Now how do you deal with something like this? Somebody tells you something you don't like. usually a human being. We all are, in moments of weakness especially. When happy things are happening to us, we don't call ourselves human beings. We call ourselves accomplished beings. What an accomplished person he is. But when weakness comes, we associate that weakness with human being. Oh, he's just human, or she's just human. That's very general. He's human or she's human. Well, this is what it is here. As long as we have taken this birth in a human form and we've come into this earth, regardless of what color of clothing you wear, regardless of what language you speak, regardless of what seat you sit on or positions you occupy, know it. It is very, very difficult to stand and watch somebody else being praised by your own. Secondly, it is very difficult to hear, to be given advices that you do not like. Remember what I said? You do not like. It's not what's good for you. You don't know, in most cases, what is good for us and what is not good for us. But usually when people tell us things that we don't like, very, very difficult it is for a human being to be calm and cool. Ravana says, woman, wife, women are usually timid. They are timid. Even in auspicious omens, they entertain weakness. That is what you're doing right now. What eventually happened to Ravana? Ravana eventually succumbed. His own ego killed him, not Ram Bhagwan. Ram Bhagwan may have fired the arrow and destroyed him from his navel, but he was slain not by Ramji, but by his own ego. His ego, not somebody else's. To summarize this Gatha today, which is a very long, beautiful Gatha, is that all of us are leaders in some way in our life. Sometimes you need to be a bulldozer. You have to be a bulldozer. I have to be, you have to be, we all have to be sometimes in order to make things happen. If you are working in an area or a place of high urgency, time sensitive, you have to do things in a way sometimes to drive a message. It may look like you're angry. These days you have to be so careful because of sensitivity and all these things. Sometimes you have to be a bulldozer. Sometimes you have to be a rabbit, right? Sometimes you have to be the horse or the elephant carrying the team. Sometimes you have to be the one listening to everybody. Sometimes you have to be the one giving advices to everybody. That is life. There is no one way of leading life. There is no one single way a person functions. But if those around you, the closest ones around you, are speaking, the least you could do is listen. The least you could do is listen. You may not agree with what they're saying, but at least listen. Because when all of them are saying the same thing, you remember how Ravana was destroyed? He was destroyed by the closest person to him, Vibhishan. Vibhishan, his brother, went and told Ramji that it is in the navel of Ravana, which the nectar exists. It is in the navel of Ravana which nectar exists. We'll now have two bhajans. Aditya will sing and Ravana will sing, and after that we'll come back and we'll discuss. Bole Siyawala Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai.
राम नाम तारकं सदा भजो रे राम नाम तारकं सदा भजो रे सदा भजो रे सदा जपो रे सदा भजो रे सदा जपो रे राम नाम तारकं सदा भजो रे
Pavan Sut Hanuman ki jai. Before we sing the concluding Hanumanji Chalisa today, I want to remind all of you that our gala is coming up on November 13th. It is the event of the year, the last really big event of the year that we have to put a lot of energy into. We're looking forward to having all of you at the gala in person, right across the banquet hall. Tickets are available and are being distributed. And if you need tickets, you just have to call the temple, email the temple, call me, message us. There are so many ways to get tickets. But I think what we are interested more is to get sponsors for this event. There are many, many levels of sponsorship which we can be part of. So contact us, and I'll be calling people. As you know, this time of the year, I place out the phone calls. I'm on the phone. I'll call you. I'll ask you, are you coming? How many are coming? What can you donate? How much can you donate? Because when we go there the night of the dinner, I don't want to be raising funds there. I want to go in with all the money raised so that we can have a great evening without any stress and all that kind of thing. It is, to be honest with you, for the entire year, it's the night that I have the most pressure on my shoulder whole year. When the money is raised, I'm always very relaxed. But I like to do that in advance, so don't wait for my phone call though, because I have a lot of people to call. And we are all very busy. Please reach out to me. Let me know what you can do to make the dinner a very successful one. We usually have this dinner because in the month of November, December, January, people don't come to Mandodari, nor do they donate. So the temple has to operate. We have a lot of operating expenses. We are doing a lot of great work in this community. You have seen it, you have heard about it. You have heard leaders come here and praise the work we do. And we want to continue to do that good work. So please donate generously and come on out to the dinner. Bring your family and friends. I'm looking forward to seeing you in great music, great dances. The kids are preparing so hard for this event. Looking forward to seeing all of you there. And a reminder, our Tuesday service, Monday service starts 6 p.m. Tuesday 6:30 to 7:30. Today we started 10 minutes late, but 6:30, 7:30. This Friday coming, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have a very, very accomplished speaker, Indresh Ji from India. He's coming. He's coming to do 4 sessions of Katha at this temple, direct from India. He brings a different. His father read here a few years ago, just before COVID. Thakurji Krishna Chandra Shastri. He's a very, very educated man, and his son Indresh is doing very well. He's bringing out a lot of the youths. The discussion will be done in Hindi, and I'm told he will speak some English too. But for those who don't even understand the Hindi language, you'll grasp some of what he's going to say. He has a very beautiful voice. He sings extremely well. His name is Indresh Upadhyay. If you want to look him up on YouTube, you can do so. There's some very beautiful bhajans out there as well. So I'm inviting all of you, pass them more word around. Let our West Indian community come out and represent ourselves. We are very, we have hosted so many Bhagavad Kathas by Indian gurus here, a West Indian temple, and we're very proud of that. So hope to see all of you on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. From Thursday, he'll be speaking from 6 to 8:30. And then on Sunday, he'll be speaking from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Hope to see you in the temple. Final Hanumanji Chalisa, then Arti. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghubar Bimal Jasum जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहो मोहि हर हो कलेश विकार राम जी से राम राम कहियो, कहियो जी हनुमान जी है। राम जी से राम राम कहियो, कहियो जी हनुमान जी। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिनु लोक उजागर। राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमत निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे। कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे, शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन। तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन, विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर। राम काज करिबे को आतुर, प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया। राम लखन सीता मन सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हरष उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते। कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते, तुम पुकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा। राम मिलाय राजपद, तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना। लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु। लील्योताहि मधुर पल, प्रभु मुद्रिका में मुख माही। जल दिलांग गए अचरज नाही, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते। सुगम अनुग्रह राम दुआरे, तुम रखवारे। होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे, सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुना। नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हारा है, पर सिद्धि जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न डरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूतहि बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महदेरा। की जय नाथ हृदय महदेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महदेरा। पावन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप। सिया भज रामचंद्र की, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। पार्टी, let's all stand please.
ओम यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च, तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे। आरती की जय हनुमान लाला की, दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ की जाके बल से गिरिवर कापे रोग दोष जाके निकट जाके अंजन पुत्र महाबलिदाई संतन के प्रभु सदा सहाय आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला रघुनाथ पठाए लंका जारी सिया सुधिराए लंका सुपोत समुद्र सिखाई जात पवन सुत बारनाई आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला लंका जाय सुर संहारे सिया राम जी के काज सवारे लक्ष्मण मोचित परे सखाए आरि सजीवन प्राण उबारे आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की आरती की जय हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेवं करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितम् अविहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाभे श्री महादेव शंभो ओम द्यौ शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिराप शान्ति औषधयः शान्ति वनस्पते शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेवा शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि सुशान्तिर्भवतु ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणपति भगवान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री जगदम्बिका दुर्गा माता की जय श्री लक्ष्मी माता की जय श्री भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय सब कोई जय जय सीताराम।